Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel, Films by Jeremy. And today, our friends at SmallRig sent me something pretty interesting. And maybe you already noticed it in my last video, maybe not. Once again, I want to give a huge shout out to SmallRig for sending me stuff. I use everything that they send me. The tripod they sent me, I used it recently on a short film set, and it honestly is my favorite tripod that I have. Just one note on it is that the little leg extender doohickey thing, one of the knobs on it became kind of loose, so I can't tighten it up anymore. However, I do leave them all loosened anyway. Just so you're aware, that's what happened to that tripod. But I still use it for every single one of my videos and every single one of my corporate shoots, or just shoots in general where I need a tripod. Also, no, this is not a sponsored video. No money has exchanged hands. They send me stuff and I just give an honest, fair shake of it. But anyways, this is the RF 10C portable focusable video light. I think LED video light. That was a mouthful. So like always, let's dig in. One thing I'll say is I just love their boxes. Cardboard box, recycle box. I always just find it's sleek and minimal. Very nice. So first thing we have is the silicone gobo adapter. "20 gobo filters. And I probably won't be talking about each individual shape, but there are 20 of them, 20 flavors to choose from. And when I say flavors, I just mean shapes. Don't eat them. And the RF 10C light itself, it's shaped and handled like a flashlight. I feel like you could beat someone up with this. I don't recommend that, but I feel like this is a self-defense weapon too. It's pretty heavy. A SmallRig carrying case. I always love their carrying cases, although I rarely use them. And a USB-C cable. So first, let's talk build quality. This light is made out of aluminum alloy. It's pretty sturdy, and like I said, it has some weight. It's not actually heavy, it just has a very nice premium feel to it. And I feel like you're able to drop this without it breaking. If you're prone to dropping things, I'm not going to test it here because I don't want to risk anything. There are also 3 mounting options, so there's lots of versatility if you need different access points to mount it, and a USB-C port for charging. They claim that this will last 3 hours on full brightness. So, how do we use this light? The RF 10C is incredibly easy to use. To turn it on, simply, well, first make sure it's charged or is, plugged in at the very least. Press down and hold the adjustable button, and it will turn green, kind of like this. And now you're gonna rotate it clockwise. Oh, I have different settings on. And just like that, it's on. So to brighten it, it is clockwise. To dim it, it's counterclockwise. And once it's max brightness, it'll blink at you. And once it's max dimness, it'll also blink at you too. So there are 4 different color modes to choose from. We have daylight, we have red, orange, and we have blue. And to select these modes, all you gotta do is just press the adjustable button down like that, and it'll just cycle through them. Again, incredibly easy. Even I can do it. And there's a retractable neck to adjust your beam's focus. So, see, it's a little smaller. Push it down all the way, and it kind of fills up the wall, making it bigger. Cons. There's one con with this light, and one that may make or break it for you in purchasing this thing, is that it's only 10 watts. So it is relatively dim. To use this, you'll need to be in a dim environment or in a darker environment, or don't expect to have an insane bright light. If you're up close to a wall or your subject, it works just fine. Now, I think I do understand why they would keep it at 10 watts, because using this thing for a prolonged period of time, it does get pretty warm in the hand. Not hot to the touch or anything, just warm. And I could imagine if they were to go with a 20 watt or anything bigger, it'd be pretty dang hot. So maybe that's their logic behind the 10 watt. But I do hope in the future for there to be a 20 watt version of this. How to use it, part 2. It's okay, cool. Now let's get to the fun stuff. This is the silicone gobo adapter, like I mentioned before. And so all you do is that it'll come flattened like this. And all you gotta do is pull it out like that. It kind of reminds me of a toilet wax seal rubber thing. I don't know, I just thought of that. And you just simply slide it over the light like this. And then all you gotta do is pick from, you know, these 20 shapes. My favorite shape, the reason why I was super keen about this light, is the blind shape. I always like the blinds effect that a lot of YouTube studios that I see have. And I know I'm not supposed to copy everybody, but it's a personal preference, and I do really like it. So, and to put the filter in, very simple. You just gotta pop it into the silicone gobo adapter. Might take a couple hands to do it. It's not hard though, it's pretty simple. So just like that. And just like that, you have yourself a pretty cool effect. It's pretty bright in this office. I'm shooting this in a pretty overcasty day, so the lights from outside aren't blaring in, so maybe it'll be a bit more dim. But if you want just like a pretty neat effect on your wall, or if you do product photography, then this light has you covered. And again, you have different colors as well. So if you want like a nighttime vibe, you have the blue. You know, if you want to look like you're in hell, you have red. Orange for like some sort of sunset. Oh, and if you're curious, the setup I'm using today is the Lumix S5 Mark II X with the Lumix 18mm prime lens f1.8. One day I'll make a refresh review on that lens because it's my favorite lens, especially for these kind of videos. Lots of nice background separation. Anyway, besides the point, I have two questions here. Who is this for, and would I recommend it? If you're like me and want just to add a little bit more to your YouTube set, you know, like if you're getting into content creation and you just want more in terms of like, characteristics to your background. And so yes, I'd recommend it. I would actually buy it myself. I would actually buy a 20-watt version if that came out. But for now, this one for sure does the job. And who is this for? And I think this can kind of be just for anyone, like the fog machine. It could be fun to use, and you could have it in your house or apartment with a shape and a color. And if you're a photographer and you need an interesting background, or a videographer, in my last video I used the blinds gobo for the shots of my lens and camera. And for me, you'll be seeing the light in the background going forward. I'm actually gonna just put it back up right now. Much better. I just think it adds so much more characteristic. It's definitely be a permanent fixture on my set. Price. This may shock you because it shocked me. I was thinking that this would cost like $100, but no, it is $52.99 US and $77.99 Canadian. So this will not be breaking the bank. So being creative, having like cool little tools to help with the job is just awesome. And if you're in the market, and only if you're in the market for something like this, you won't be let down. Once again, SmallRig, thank you so much for sending this out to me. And thank you, audience, so much for watching. And I'll catch you in the next one. Bye now. Cut.